Yo, what's going on, guys? So there was a huge update, for the core event, and they added a bunch of other stuff. So today I'm just going to be kind of doing an overview of everything they added. I'm not going to be focusing on the core event, and I'm going to make another video kind of going over like all the changes to Endless and all the tower, and then another one for all the tower reworks. This update is such a content farm. So I'm gonna be making like a billion videos on this update for real. Yeah. So to start off, let's look at this long ass update log that they posted in the Discord server. Just look at how long this thing is. I'm gonna scroll through the whole thing. And this is just the original update log. Like, there's been multiple updates and rebalances that were also posted that aren't a part of this like original update log. So really I'm just going to be focusing on the stuff that we care about, not all the other stuff, because there's a lot. I assume that most people don't really care about all the UI changes. I mean, also, if you ever played GTD before, you can obviously tell what the UI changes look like. You click on a tower and look, it's right there. Like, you don't have to be a genius to see that, so we're not going to really go over that. Okay, so to start off, we're going to look at the 3 new badges that came with this update. The first one is Core Defender, which obviously you get for defending the core and beating the core event. The second one is War Mind, I'm pretty sure, and that one's for beating Wave 1000 in Endless, which like literally 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago at this point, got slightly buffed. And also the Wave leaderboard just got reset, so go grind for that. Pretty much everybody is just going to be Wave 99 now, 999, because as of right now nobody has beaten Wave 1000. So the first person to do that will, obviously be number 1 on the Wave leaderboard. And the last badge is the Final Truth, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the Final Truth. And we don't know how to get this badge yet, but we're pretty sure getting this badge will give you the question mark tower that was posted in the update log when it's first released, but none of us know how to get it yet. Yeah, so that's all for the badges. So this update also brought about like a completely new Endless system, as you can see from the background gameplay. It is a lot more optimized, and there's basically no lag, except for the some of the tower effects make like normal destroyer at max level. Even with effects off, he still like does a huge smoke thing everywhere, and it's laggy when you have like 80 of them down, and it's really annoying. But other than that, the enemies, there aren't like a million enemies anymore, so it doesn't lag as much. And you can also kill the enemies faster because there aren't as many of them anymore. So overall, it just takes less time total for Endless, and it's honestly way more fun to play. So now it takes about 3 hours to go from Wave 1 to Wave 1000. And dying on Wave 1000 gives you like 36,000 cash, which might not seem like a lot, but that means you're making 12,000 an hour, which isn't as much as you used to be able to make. But it's definitely still like a really like good strategy, because you don't have to waste time going back to the lobby. And honestly, making it to Wave 1000 is not difficult at all. I'll talk about the new like strategies for Endless in a different video, but pretty much from the gameplay you're seeing, you can just tell what it is, because I'm sort of using it, but you know, you don't really need Virgil.
Just crazy.
Yeah. So wave 1 to wave 99 is basically just endless. With the enemies, they're scaling, their HP scales a lot more than it used to, which does make it harder, but it is still insanely easy to make it to wave 1000. I believe you can just do it solo. I mean, you can't beat wave 1000 solo because there's a massive boss on that wave, but I'm pretty sure you can just solo to wave 1000 using a strategy. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys the wave 1000 boss really quick. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut right to that. So basically, this boss has 10 billion HP. It just has 1 billion normal health and 9 billion shield. And Annihilator's new rework gives it 2 times damage to shield, which means that it is the best tower for beating this boss. Also, the boss has 100% defense, which means that without a tower that can like melt shield, you can't do any damage to it. I think we had Winter Cannon and Freezer maybe, we got it down to 70%, which is the lowest you can get it to, I believe. Now in this run we didn't have a Chad, and we also had Dio, and the boss is actually immune to Dio. So we could have definitely done a lot better than what we did, and we probably still would have lost, but we probably would have had a higher chance of winning. But yeah, I'm gonna let the rest of this clip play out. It's not that long, so you know, yeah, just watch. So yeah, that's the new wave 1000 boss. It is possible, I believe. It is just extremely hard. They also removed the 12-player infinite lobby, so the max you can have is 8. And honestly, the more you have, the better, because the lowest that the placement limit will go is 20. So with 8 people, that's 160 towers. And you can have like what, probably 150 to 156, 55 annihilators with all those supports that you would need to win. Yeah, with all the supports you would need for your annihilators to be able to do damage. But yeah, that's really it for Infinite, I guess. Actually, with this new core event and Infinite mode, like rework, enemies now have like immunities. So some enemies are immune to cone AoE, and some are immune to circle AoE. So some towers like Dio now they have full AoE, which I think they always did. Those towers now cannot damage enemies that have circle AoE. So honestly, that's why the new tower is so good for endless early game. Because that tower is multi-target, it's not expensive, and it hits multiple enemies at the same time without AoE. So it just bypasses all immunities that enemies have. With this update, they also added the buffed alt like perk toggle, kind of like TDS has with the gold skins. So for example, if you have what's his name, Beast, it will have this little thing when you click on it in your inventory in like the lobby. It will have this thing next to it that you have to click on. There's going to be a picture up on the screen, obviously. and that will turn on the buff, which means that you can use it. You can use any farm tower, and it will still have the beast buff for money. And this also works with Party Fetty, Winter Arcanist, and what else? I don't really know. Oh, Keo and Dio, but there aren't really any other public. I think there aren't really any other public buff towers right now. Oh, they also introduced the placement limit system. This only affects This only affects the core event. There's no placement limits on any towers except for Farm and DJ and Endless. That's not really all that serious. 12 farms still allows you to get 1.2 million per wave, which is still a ton of money, especially because they decreased a lot of the towers, or like every single tower's final price. So they're not that expensive to upgrade anymore. Also, with the HP scaling in Endless, the amount of money you get is just like so insane that you don't really even need farm if you're playing with multiple people. One person should probably bring farm just so that they can get really good early game towers, but other than that, nobody else on the team really needs to bring farm because of how much money you get late game. Yeah, this video is already over 10 minutes long, so I'm just gonna end it because this is like the longest video I've ever made in my entire life. That just goes to show just how much there is in this update, and this is only about like a third of everything that I'm gonna go over. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.